Hello, I am Mudita, and welcome back to Satisfactory. This is episode 3 of the load balance playthrough, and today I'm going to tackle iron plates, iron rods, and screws. I have just about all the alternate recipes available to me right now, and so I'm going to take advantage of the cast iron screw recipe just to simplify the process and cut out an extra step. I'm going to be using this bot right here because, as you can see, I'm making the iron plates, rods, and screws. So in total, I need 165 iron ore, which is more than I can get out of a fully overclocked impure node with a Mark II miner. That's only 150. So this is a perfect use for the two impure nodes that are right next to each other, and I'm just going to utilize both of them. So out of one, I'm going to pull out 90 just for the iron plates. The other miner is going to pull out 75 to meet the requirements for both the rods and the screws. This should be a pretty straightforward factory. The most interesting part is going to be splitting up that 75 iron ore between the 60 for the rods and only 15 for the screws. I know how I'm going to do that, but first let's put together the tower and then we'll go ahead and lay down the machines. So be right back. Here are the simple blueprints that I'll be using. So I'll actually be using this, but stretching it out to cover the full 6x6 to cover both miners in the same building. And then I'll be using the 6x6 floor to extend each of the floors like I did over there. As far as the machines go, we will be using the 3 smelters for both sets, and we'll be using the load balance 3 constructor setup along with the 2 constructor and the 4 constructor. But first, let me build the tower, and then we'll get ready to place some machines. So I'll be right back. Now that the tower is done, let's get all the machines placed. Okay, so now let's figure out some of the numbers here. So let's go ahead and get all the machines clocked to the correct numbers. So I believe for iron rods, we need exactly 4 and 100%. So those are fine. These 2 are going to be doing our cast screws. So these actually need to be underclocked. So since we want 60 total, we're going to have 2 machines doing 30 each. And then as far as the plates go, each one does 20, so we just need 3 exactly. And that's going to give us all 3 of those at 60 minutes a piece. So this is the real easy one. 3 even lined up in the same spot, so we just need to put, I like to put it just 1 in from the end. Lets you see everything, moving and grooving. So this is going to be 90 a minute. So let's make sure that's Mark II. This is Mark II. And let's set all of these. So these 3 are at 100% because I need 90. These 3, however, I only need how much do I need? 75? So that's 25 a piece. All right, so we did the really easy part first, and now this is the interesting part. So if you're wondering how am I going to take 75, actually we're not going to place that first. Okay, so 75, the two of these combined need 15. The four of here up here all need 15 each. So if I can split it into 15, and then I can run that 15 into a splitter, and that would break it all into evenly. So I need to break 75 into 5 things of 15. So this is how we're going to do it. So we get our merger, face it the right direction. We're going to take splitter, and then one more splitter. So the way this works is to split something 5 ways. You split it twice, which would be here, and then this is the other way it's going to get split. So imagine there's another splitter that's going to split it 3 ways. So you've got 3 here, and then this splitter could split it 3 ways, and that would give you 6, right? So what we're going to do is, if you ever need to split into say 5 or 7, or kind of a not your easy to work with divisible by 2 and 3, as that's what splitters do, you split it into the next, I guess, easy one up. So if you need to split it 5 ways, basically you're going to split it 6 ways, and that very last split you're going to send back into a merger. And then that will continuously recycle it, I guess, for lack of a better word. And that is going to balance out your system. So here's one thing of 15, basically. And then what we're going to do on this side, instead of splitting it, so instead of splitting it, I'm just going to take that half that would have gotten split 3 ways. I'm just going to set a merger there. And then we're going to take the third split from this splitter and merge it into here. So now we essentially have 4/5 here, 1/5 going here, and that extra piece to make it all work recycled back into the merger. I am sure there is a whole bunch of better ways to explain that. So since this is 75, I think I need to actually move that back one more, don't I? Here we go. So make a mark 2. Bring this down. Nice right angle. All right. And then this right here is our 4/5, or essentially an even 60 a minute. And that is going to feed right into here. So all we need is mark 1 belt, and that will give us the 60 a minute to make the rods that we need. So I apologize if that was super confusing. Okay, now that we have the most complicated part done, all I really need to do is figure out how I want to get the finished product from here to there. It's going to take up those first 3 conveyor holes. So let me work on that, and then we can turn it on and watch it all come to life. I decided to make another quick and simple blueprint that has enough room to do either 2 or 3 belts, but it's just using the catwalk crossings, some beams, the beam connectors, and then just some big frame pillars and a support. and I'll use that for when I need more than just a singular belt to be bust across. But so that's how the 3 are going in, and then just like our copper sheets, they'll just be going into, glad I caught that now. Our smart splitter is set for overflow with the sink down below and our triple storage buffer. All we need to do is turn this on, connect it to another green tower, and let's watch it come to life. And I now have 60 per minute iron plates, iron rods, and screws all headed to my storage with smart splitters set up for the overflow. That is done. So these will slowly creep along and start building up a nice little stockpile for me. So the next video will actually be right over here in this little crater. Wait, where is it? There it is. So the next video will be taking up this spot down here, and the reason being is there are 3 normal limestone nodes, and this is going to be the only item part that I am making it above 60 a minute, because concrete, well, let's be honest, can you really have too much? So I'm shooting for 270 a minute, and instead of filling up a Mark 1, I figure we might as well just fill up a Mark 3 belt. So we're going to take advantage of all three of those nodes, combine them, and send them into our storage. So look forward to that in the next video, and thanks again for watching.